Elon Musk is the undisputed champion of space technology, and since his acquisition on Twitter, many people who did not know him before can't help but be amazed by him. Musk's erratic tweets and the very public rashes with other billionaires and technology giants may be keeping him in the news today. Still, for the scientific community, his SpaceX company is the main attraction. In fact, the company's revelations, all intended to explore parts further from the universe, caused a great stir. We sent spaceships and rovers to other planets, but until now humans have not passed the moon or the low orbit of the Earth, which is less than 1,000 kilometers above the Earth. But now Elon suggested that SpaceX could be ready to send the first humans to Mars and even further. SpaceX, or Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, is a company manufacturing spacecraft, launchers, and communication satellites founded by Elon Musk in 2002. The company headquarters is located in Hawthorne, California. Before we go on, take a second to hit the subscribe button. This will allow you to gain access to more of our amazing discoveries. According to Elon, his goal was to reduce the costs of space transport to enable the colonization of Mars. The company mainly manufactures launch vehicles Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, and Starship. It also produces countless rocket engines, spacecraft, Cargo Dragon and Crew Dragon, and the popular Starlink communications satellites. It is no secret that Elon was very excited about Mars exploration missions and wants to put humans on the red planet as soon as possible. In 2001, he joined the board of directors of the company Marte, donating more than $100,000. During the planetary lecture of their convention, he announced the Mars Oasis. It was a project that would land an experimental stufa in miniature and grow plants on Mars. After a visit to Moscow, Russia, with Michael Griffin, Musk announced that he would start a company to build rockets at affordable prices, explaining the vertical integration using cheap commercial components where it could and also adopting the modular approach of modern software engineering. This would significantly cut the launch price in Musk's opinion. Michael Griffin, who was later appointed NASA administrator, granted SpaceX a $396 million contract in 2006, years before the company launched a single rocket. So far, SpaceX has developed three significant vehicles. The Falcon 1, small in size, was its first launch vehicle, and was retired in 2009. However, the medium Falcon 9 and the heaviest Falcon Heavy are still operational. The Falcon 1 was a smaller ship capable of putting several hundred kilos in the lower orbit of the Earth. Between 2006 and 2009, it was launched 5 times, but the launch was well succeeded only twice. It was the first rocket with private financing powered by liquid that reached orbit. Falcon 9 is a medium launch vehicle that can carry about 22,800 kilograms to orbit. It is considered equal to the Delta IV and the Atlas V rockets. It has 9 Merlin engines in the first stage, and the first Falcon 9 version 1.0 rocket reached orbit in its first attempt in June 2010. The third Falcon 9 flight, called COTS Demo V2, was launched on May 22, 2012, and became the first commercial spaceship to reach the International Space Station. In 2013, it was updated by Falcon 9 version 1.1, and in 2015, for Falcon 9 Full Thrust. Later, in 2018, the Falcon 9 Full Thrust was again updated for Falcon 9 Block 5. The first stage of this launch vehicle is designed to retropulsing and can therefore be recovered and flown again. Falcon Heavy can transport about 63,800 kilograms to the orbit of the low Earth, but it is also capable of delivering 26,700 kilograms to the geosynchronous transfer orbit. This launch vehicle used 3 modified cores from the first Falcon 9 stage and a total of 26 Merlin 1D engines. Falcon Heavy flew its inaugural mission successfully in February 2018 and launched Elon Musk's personal roadster Tesla in heliocentric orbit. Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy are also certified to conduct launches for the National Security Space Launch, or NSSL. As of November 26, 2022, these 2 vehicles were launched 191 times, of which 189 were a total success of the mission. SpaceX also developed the Dragon spacecraft to transport cargo and crew to the International Space Station. Its first version was used only for cargo and was launched in 2010. The second generation of the spaceship, called Dragon 2, is currently in operation and made its first International Space Station flight in 2019, without any crew. This was followed by a flight with the crew in 2020. The Cargo Dragon 2 variant was launched for the first time in December 2020 to resupply the space station as part of the CRS contact with NASA. SpaceX also revealed Dragon XL in March 2020. It was designed as a spaceship to be refueled at the Gateway Lunar Space Station, planned by NASA under a Gateway Logistics contract. The company plans to launch the Dragon XL on Falcon Heavy. It will be anchored to the portal for 6 months to 1 year. In addition, the company is also developing a super heavy elevator launch system, completely reusable, called Starship. This would include a first reusable stage called Super Heavy and a second reusable stage of the Starship and the space vehicle. Musk is optimistic that this system will replace the existing hardware of the launch vehicle company. According to reports, he expects the spacecraft to transform space travel into something more like commercial air travel. Musk's recent statements made it look like he's not far from reaching his main goal, which is to send humans to Mars. In July, Tesla's CEO took to the internet and Twitter as well that Mars was a higher fixer of a planet, but he also said it was great potential. A dedicated follower asked what would be the estimated time to create a self-sustainable civilization on the red planet that did not need any supply or material from the Earth. The former Willem answered, 20 to 30 years since the first human landing if the growth of the launch rate is exponential. The answer to his comment was mixed because many people thought it was very problematic that a billionaire wanted and start again on a different planet without fixing the problems on Earth first. In another tweet posted this year, the moon landing was compared to a future landing on Mars. There was a photo of the 1969 moon landing attached to the tweet. Below this image was a version of the future landing on Mars. It was rotated 20 strokes. An account called Space Hub from the Space Center marked Musk on the tweet and asked, "What is your guess?" 2 days later, Musk replied, 2029. It is no secret